Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. Giving away your power. It's something we all do and we don't even realize it. We do it quite frequently, as a matter of fact. We do it nearly every day. In one way or another, we give away our power. Now, if I ask that question to people, I say, do you think you give away your power? The typical answer I get is no, I don't do that. But when you break down the minutia of it and you realize what I mean when I say that, you're going to be quite shocked about how much you do give away your power. One of the biggest ways we do this is by letting people push our buttons. And as my favorite mentor of all time, Dr. Wayne Dyer, and apparently Raven's favorite mentor too, he used to say, it's not their fault for pushing your buttons, it's your fault for having the buttons they push. And it couldn't be more true. If you allow people to get in your head, if you allow people to take up residency inside your head, you're going to end up in a very difficult situation because you're not in charge anymore. They're in charge. So, you all have heard me say this many times, when emotions go up, intelligence goes down. And that stands true no matter what. When we are out of control with our emotions, here we are allowing other people to come into our head and have a grand situation of getting in there and telling us how we're going to feel. And if being happy is the most important thing, and we are focused on being happy, and we are focused on having our own level of happiness be the way we want to trend, we have to pay attention to those emotions that we're having and residing in every day. So while you don't think you give away your power, every time that you allow someone to upset you, and every time you allow someone to tell you how you are supposed to feel, that is what happens. You give up your power. You give up what you were supposed to be able to control. And we don't even realize we do it. It just happens. So this today is all about you recognizing how many times do you give up your power? How many times do you let somebody else get in your head and tell you how you're supposed to feel? And if you can track this, if you can keep track of what's happening, if you can look and say, this is a place where I fall down, this is a place where, in the words of Gandhi, he used to say, I refuse to allow anyone to walk through my mind with their dirty feet. If when you figure out who those people are with dirty feet, or in my analogy of the bus, you've let the nuts on the bus. You've pulled the bus over, you've let people get on, they're pushing your buttons. And you lose your cool, your ability to organize your thoughts goes out the window, your ability to control your emotions goes out the window, and we're screwed in that moment. And then all our power is gone, because we don't have the power of choice. We have that power of reactivity going on. And nothing is more important than keeping your power of choice and staying cool. Now, as human beings, this is probably one of the greatest challenges we have. We have to constantly work on this, being able to pull our emotions back. We have to really sit there and say, how do I feel about this? We have to really stop ourselves from going down the rabbit hole, so to speak. And we're just not great at it. Let's face it, we're just not great at it. This is like going into the gym. It is mental fitness. It is something you have to do every day, every moment throughout your day, and you just have to accept it. I have a lot of clients that will say to me, I'm so frustrated, I've been working on this for such a long time, and it keeps coming back. Well, I want to congratulate you. That means you're alive, and that means you have blood pumping through your veins, your heart is beating, you're breathing. You're alive, because that's what being human is all about. This is not about a destination of getting there and then having it fixed. This is about a journey of saying, this is what being alive is. You have to manage and pay attention to the direction that you are allowing your emotions to go regularly. And once you nail that, once you say, I accept that that's the case, then it becomes a lot easier. You stop wasting time getting mad at yourself for losing it, and then you regain it quicker. Because really the game is about saying, I can regain myself quickly. It's not about saying, I'll never lose it. It's about how quickly you regain it. It's about how quickly you know that, that's a button pusher. I know that. There are certain things in my world that push my buttons. And I can tell you, as much as I've worked on them over the years, they are still things that push my buttons. Listen, I'm an only child. I don't handle teasing well. And I'll be the first one to admit, I don't like it because I didn't grow up with it. I didn't have brothers and sisters that did it. So if my husband gets teasing with me, and he grew up with a brother, and he is that person, he thinks it's okay and it's fine. And maybe it is, but it doesn't mean it doesn't push my buttons. It doesn't mean it doesn't make me feel bad sometimes. And as much as I work on it, it's still something that I have to work on. I've accepted that about myself. I've accepted it. And I've recognized that I don't have to have a perfect track record with it. I can just be like, okay, I lost it. I can regain it. I can be in control about it again. I don't have to stay in a place where somebody else is pushing my emotions in a direction. Does that make sense to everybody? So don't be mad at yourself for it. Be happy for it, because if you feel that and you recognize it, then guess what? You caught it. And that's what this game is all about. Catching yourself as quickly as you possibly can. Instead of driving the bus off the road, off the ravine, down into the water and drowning, you say, wait, I hear the clunk, 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 clunk of the driving off the road grids on the side, And then you go, let me drive back on the road. And you catch yourself quickly. That's what this is about, not going into the ravine. You're going to go off the road. Just don't go so far. So hopefully this is helpful today. Hopefully you don't give up your power too much today. Hopefully you control who you let on your bus. Hopefully you stop and say, you know what, I'm just going to drive the bus right by this crew because I don't want anything to do with this mess I'm being presented with. And you move forward. And I hope you guys have an incredibly blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.